After I took out the necklace that had fallen under the bed, a barrage message suddenly appeared before my eyes. If you don't want to die, put down the necklace in your hand. I seen the necklace get gouged, soaked in formalin as specimens. Hands touched the necklace, get chopped, and fed to pigs. I immediately let go, turned, and walked into the kitchen to get water. As I was to pick up the water glass, the barrage appeared again. This glass is her husband's exclusive item. Whoever dares to touch it will be thrown into the sea tonight to feed the sharks. I reached for the mug, then passed over it, and picked up the cup behind it. The barrage messages, which had been sparse, suddenly exploded. Holy crap. I thought he was done for. He doesn't look like a newbie. Could he be a veteran smurfing? No way. A smurf that good-looking exists. Hey, handsome. Smurf me too. I lowered my eyes, taking small sips from the glass, staring at the barrage. Just then, the female boss came down the stairs, searching for something in the room. Then she called everyone to the living room and made them stand in a line. Whoever finds my lost necklace first will receive a grand prize tonight. Everyone cautiously fumbled around, not daring to breathe too loudly, afraid of accidentally angering the female boss and triggering some horror mechanism. Yesterday, a man with no self-awareness stared lecherously at the female boss, and the female boss gouged out his eyeballs from his thigh. Had a monster drag him away. No idea if he's alive or dead. I kept my head down, avoiding the female boss's gaze, while checking the lively barrage in front of me. Though I know these people will all be killed by him. Looking at that face and that body, I can't help but say, sister, kill me, huh? If I actually killed you, you'd be upset again. Damn it. Only by finding this round. Hidden stage. Can we survive tonight safely? Every hidden stage is random. No one knows how to trigger it. Hidden stage. Scrolled the barrage, trying to find useful information. But aside from sister, love me once more, and brother's legs. No legs, spring water by the Seine, and other empty chatter. There was nothing else. A pair of long legs and high heels suddenly appeared in front of me. That necklace was the first birthday gift Achin gave me. If he finds out I lost it by accident, he won't talk to me. I don't want to make him sad. This is the first time we've heard him speak in such a gentle tone. The first person to find it will be the lucky one among you. I will reward you handsomely. The grand prize winner can, looks like everyone wants to be that lucky one, can rest forever from now on. Rest until the game ends. Isn't that blatant cheating? You can just clear the stage without doing any tasks? Could this be the hidden stage? Is there someone else here who can see the barrage? The yellow-haired guy shoved me aside, stepped forward, walked up to the female boss, and gave a gentleman's bow. I lost my balance and fell to the ground. Humph. Milady, long ago I heard of you. The story of your unwavering love with your husband made me yearn for it. Today it is my great honor to tidy your room. I never expected to become the lucky one you mentioned. Humph. I am different from these newbies. When I learned you and your husband had lost such an important token of love, I deliberately searched every corner of the room carefully. At last, I found the... Before handing it to you, I carefully inspected your necklace, ensuring there was not a single scratch, and returned it to you in perfect condition. So who gave you permission to touch his things? One by one, white candles floated past my eyes. Too clever for your own good. That yellow-haired guy is done for. I heard he's a top 5 veteran on the horror leaderboard. He was showing off on social media just a few days ago, saying he'd studied this dungeon beforehand, and that newbies are all useless, and that he'd definitely be the first to clear it. Ha ha ha. Pride comes before a fall, don't you know? Did he think telling a love story would make the female boss like him? Come on, she's a horror game boss. Does he think this is a cultivation show? So dirty, so utterly dirty. I hate it when people touch my things. The female boss kicked the yellow-haired guy to the ground. Don't touch my stuff with your filthy hands. Realize how disgusting you are? Don't you know it yourself? But the grand prize I mentioned earlier is still yours. You'll prepare tonight's dinner. The barrage in front of me began scrolling wildly. The hour hand pointed to 9 o'clock. The female boss came down from the attic upstairs. She was soaked all over, the skin on her hands red and swollen from repeated rubbing and washing. She led us to the dining table. Who volunteers to serve tonight's late-night snack? If the server shakes from fear and spills even a single drop of soup, someone dies fast. I've placed my bets. There's no way this newbie is the last one standing. I nervously watched the barrage while my brain raced, my right hand on my chin in thought. How can I survive tonight safely and keep living as this unfamiliar guy? Because I don't belong to this world where clearing dungeons can change your class. Just a few days ago, worried about paying rent and sleeping under a bridge. But now, standing in the steamy castle, eating without fighting dogs for food, sleeping in a soft bed. I couldn't be happier, okay? I'm even secretly looking forward to tomorrow. Suddenly, an icy gaze locked onto me. You there? You'll serve the food today. You're the closest. When I was little and short, I always got bullied. Every time we queued, I was pushed back. So when I went to the relief station for food, by the time it was my turn, it was either all gone or just scraps. Ever since I came to this world, every time we eat, I make sure to sit closest to the food bucket. Who knew this habit would get me chosen as the server? That handsome guy is so calm. You better survive to the end, okay? Sis is waiting for you outside. Online, they say he's a kept man coached by a female pro. I didn't believe it back then. But I was just stunned. Didn't react in time. If I said I was terrified, would anyone believe me? 1 ladle per person. My husband's soup is very precious. If you dare spill a single drop, you know the consequences. Of course I knew the consequences. From the barrage. It wasn't hard to guess that. If I spilled the soup from trembling hands, cold seawater, and shark siege away in this game dungeon world, death is real death. A poor, powerless newbie like with no money to buy a death avoidance item card. Once I fail, what awaits me is death in the truest sense. Based on the past few hours, understanding of this body, it's clear the original owner was as broke as me. There's no way I'd have a death avoidance item card. I resignedly walked to the stone vat. On the brownish red soup surface, a few pieces of meat float faintly. Looking closely, you can still see hairs on the meat, not thoroughly removed. As the boiling broth churns, several black hairs appear and disappear in the soup. Everyone sits in their seats, trembling. I muster courage and put the ladle into the stone vat. An ear with a missing piece floats up, getting closer to the vat. The stench hits the crown of my head. My stomach starts churning violently. Help. Why make me see this while eating? No, I remember this part of the story wasn't like this. Has anyone noticed? It seems all the later stages have been changed. I heard it's to prevent cheating. I look at the pot of soup floating with various entrails. Nausea rising from my stomach. I forcefully suppress. Before, to get a hot meal, I did all kinds of odd jobs. Slaughtering pigs, chickens, sheep, and cows. There's nothing I haven't done. What's floating in the vat is a mix of pig and cow organs. That blondie from earlier should still be alive. I lift the ladle and distribute bowl after bowl. Can't see a trace of nervousness at all. Steady as an old dog. That's too good. If I didn't know it's impossible, I'd start suspecting if he can see our barrage messages. Young man, lately there's a rumor that I like you. Let me clarify. This is not a rumor. Stop being lovesick, okay? Upstairs, please help out. If he really can survive to the end and leave the instance, he cleared an S-class instance, a pro-level figure. Nobody has completed an S-class instance in a long time. The prize pool has been accumulating for many rounds. When he comes out, he'll become a billionaire instantly. By then, you'll be worlds apart. Please get real. Billionaire? Whoa, does anyone need more soup? I not only divided all the soup bowls perfectly without error, but now I even want to do more work. Otherwise, I won't feel comfortable holding that 100 million. After serving the soup, having not eaten all day and only had some water, I pick up the bowl and chug it down. That's the flavor. Like stinky tofu. Smells bad, but tastes good. The soup actually tastes pretty good. Just a little more cilantro and scallions would make it even better. The others stare at me in horror. Then vomiting sounds rise one after another. Young man, although he completed the task assigned by the female boss, there are only 10 minutes left until today ends. Before that, if no one finds the hidden stage, then everyone dies. Only 10 minutes left. I look around, hoping to find useful clues to survive. I don't want to die yet, just as I'm secretly observing the surroundings. This is my husband's hard work. The nourishing soup he brewed for you. And you actually threw it up? Are you looking for death? I'm very angry now. The consequences will be severe, unless one of you can earn my dear's forgiveness. Or else you'll all be buried with the things in this soup. Female boss looks up at the mysterious room upstairs that's off limits. Her eyes are full of deep affection. The dining hall erupts in chaos. Everyone is like ants on a hot pan, anxiously looking upstairs. Everyone is hoping the female boss's husband will come downstairs. A man of uneven build, a man with rippling muscles suddenly stands up, charges toward the upstairs. Several monsters suddenly appear and instantly grab the man, devour him bite by bite. The man's body leaves only a pool of blood as proof of his existence. What do we do? I can't die? I have elders above and children below. My dad is waiting for me on his hospital bed. Everyone understands that if there's no solution, death awaits them. Is it over? In the end, no one could find the hidden stage. What a shame. I'm quite satisfied with this young man's looks. If it weren't for them choosing the hardest S-class instance, I'd really want to keep him in my collection. The curve of the female boss's smile grows wider. Her eyes are filled with bloodthirsty gleam. She holds a dinner knife, scraping it across the table, stroke after stroke. The screeching sound echoes through the dining hall, making the already terrifying atmosphere even more horrifying. I sit in the table corner, looking toward the upstairs. A thought emerges in my mind. Dear. Sharks in the sea naturally have careless little fish crashing into them and getting eaten. Today's soup, I didn't prepare it well. You fed them to the sharks. Then no one will be able to help us test for poison anymore. You know. I need to ensure your safety. Darling. Didn't we agree that you wouldn't have to cook anymore? You've worked hard. Don't cook for these cowards anymore. Your cooking is for me only. They don't deserve it. From now on, it'll just be the two of us eating together, okay? Holy crap, that move is sick. Finally, from the first day full of traps, we survived. A man unharmed, a man with a scar and stubble rushes up, punches me in the stomach. Blood taste wells up from my throat. You fucking dare to cheat in front of me? A newbie like you, first time in an instance, actually managed to solve this S-class instance that no one has ever solved? Who'd believe that? Hand over the answers to the remaining stages, or else I'll make sure you never see tomorrow's sun. The people behind the man glare at me with sudden realization. Then comes a torrent of fists and kicks. They cleverly avoid my face. Am I going to die? As expected, I still can't survive today. No wonder you weren't around when we were working. And when searching for the necklace, you weren't careful at all. You were just standing there spacing out. Blondie, when the necklace was found, you happened to be standing in front of him. Don't tell me you led him to be killed? No, you have to hand over the answers. You can't hog them all. That's right, hand them over. You must hand them over. You want to know the answers to the stages, right? Fine, I'll tell you. No way did he really cheat? This young man is so pitiful. There's blood at the corner of his mouth. Oh. But looking at him now, he seems even hotter. But there are too many eyes here. For safety's sake, I'll tell only you first. Come closer to me. Huh? What? What did you just say? I didn't catch that. Say it again. I said it so clearly just now. How could you not have heard? I said I didn't hear, so I didn't hear. You'd better behave yourself. I take the chance and hit the window beside me. Collapse unconscious on the ground. The man still wants to keep hitting, stopped by others behind him. Hey, are you trying to silence him? Then keep all the answers for yourself? Wait, are you planning to beat him to death? So that aside from you, no one else will know the answers to the stages. Then keep the prize money for himself. Congratulations, survivors, for making it through day 1. Please return to your beds and close your eyes. Prepare to welcome the new day. Good night, lucky ones. According to other horror game experiences, after the midnight bell tolls, you must immediately find the nearest bed, lie down, and close your eyes. Do not make any sound. And do not open your eyes, or else a monster will appear before you in the next second. Here they come. Here they come. The monsters are coming out to catch people. Little bunny, be good. Open the door. Let me see who's not sleeping in the middle of the night. And open their little eyes. Teacher is here for an inspection. Let me see where you're all hiding. Whose little eyes are staring at teacher? Everyone was trembling under the covers, but I had already, the moment the bell rang, dived into the nearest bed. The worst part was, that man was here too. The man and I shoved each other, pushing each other off the bed. The man quickly hid in the nearby cabinet, while I was left with nothing. I looked up and met the female monster's gaze. The female monster activated pursuit mode and charged straight at me. My body froze on the spot, but my brain was racing. Honey, where did you run off to? Without you by my side, I can't sleep at all. Oh. Good thing the female boss showed up. Otherwise, those two would be dead. You think just because the female boss came, he doesn't have to die? Speaking of which, he confessed earlier that he's the female boss's husband. Right, Chun? I've studied the materials from day one of this instance until now. I've never seen the female boss's husband. Humph. Based on my extensive experience with horror games, he's just lucky. A newbie who happened to answer the hidden level correctly. I say he won't survive tonight. What do I do? Die either way, forward or backward. It's still death. Might as well fight these ghosts head on. Darling, why are you here? You're not an imposter pretending to be my husband, are you? Otherwise, why wouldn't you sleep in the same room as me? But come to this dirty, messy men's servant room? Aren't you just as germphobic as I am, and hate it when others touch you? Darling. Every night we play a little pre-sleep game. All the acting I learned at the orphanage came in handy. Honey, today is hide and seek, remember? But you were 10 seconds late today. 10 seconds late means 10 lashes as punishment. Now that the punishment is over, let's go back to the room. Ah, a game? What pre-sleep game? I want to buy a membership. Stop. You'll get me banned. Hey, I wanted to keep watching. Reject the 3 vices, starting with all of us. Alright, stop fooling around. I remember, the game devs originally designed this female boss. A cold, elegant older one, but inside a bloodthirsty, brutal final boss. She doesn't seem like that at all now. Who cares? A majestic boss with a cool exterior but a soft, cute heart, and a seemingly pitiful young wolf dog who pins you down anytime. Ah, I'm shipping them so hard. I looked at barrage messages, my mouth twitching. What's seemingly pitiful? Wolf dog inside. Come on, I'm really pitiful, okay? If I don't learn to protect myself, who else will stand up to protect me? Ever since my parents died in a car crash, the court placed me under my uncle and aunt's care. Until I turned 18, my uncle's family would look after me. I knew I was a burden at home. So from a very young age, I learned to read people's expressions, to please others, to understand the world. What I didn't expect was that very skill I despised would save me in this strange world. Time and again, I followed behind the female boss, secretly observing her, unsure what she was thinking. Why didn't she expose me just now? When I meet her husband later, what should I say? Could it be that because I impersonated her husband, she wants to take me upstairs alone to torture me? I even thought about how, once inside, I'd use my silver tongue to move them with emotion, convince boss and her husband to let me go? While I was lost in thought, the mysterious door opened. I was about to drop to my knees and apologize. Ah Chun, I recognized you at a glance. Great, I finally found you. What met my eyes was a familiar room layout and decor. On the nightstand was a photo frame, a picture of a happy family of 3, all smiling. That was the only photo I had with my parents. My eyes reddened. Then I began to look around the room. The room was empty. Strange, where's her husband? Haha. Ah, they're kissing. My ship is real. Could he really be the long-lost husband of this female boss? There's only one truth. This newbie isn't a player at all, but an NPC from the game world. I pushed myself up and turned the tables, pinning the female boss beneath me. I lowered my head. A long, steady breath came from under me. The female boss had fallen asleep, the corners of her mouth slightly raised, as if having a very sweet dream. I shook my head, about to get off her. Gu Xingqian, you wait. I will find you. Gu Xingqian? How does she know my real-world name? Ever since I came to this world, I've been remembering bits and pieces from time to time. I only know my name is Gu Xingqian. Everything else is a blur. Touching something triggers a memory. Who am I? Why am I here? Huh. Aya. No, I haven't seen enough. Is there something a super member like me can't watch? Sigh. I was looking forward to it all night. And nothing happened. That's it. What's going on? Isn't this supposed to be a horror instance? Why is this getting weird? I scratched my head, suppressing my confusion, and got ready to check outside. As soon as I stood up, necklace clattered to floor. A photo of the female boss and me lay before me. I picked it up in surprise, and strange images flashed through my mind. I raised my hand to knock on my aching head and accidentally knocked over a nearby painting, which crashed to the floor. Strange noise from bookshelf, and then the bookshelf slid apart. I walked into the hidden room, covered with my photos and a video playing on the wall. I stared at everything in utter shock, and memories I didn't want to recall surfaced in my mind. At 16, after my parents died, my uncle and aunt took parents' insurance payout and then threw me out onto the street. After that, was thrown onto the street. I wandered everywhere. At 17, I was sent to an orphanage and abused by the director. I tried so hard to act cute and please potential adopters, hoping to be saved. At 19, I finally dug a tunnel in the backyard. All of it flashed before my eyes. I stared blankly at the scenes of what I had been through, until in the images appeared the long blurred faces of mom and dad. I leaned in and cried loudly, pouring out all the pain and grievance I had bottled up over the years. Suddenly, the scene shifted. Before me appeared a face both strange and familiar. The girl's delicate features, not cold as ice like now. Her eyes held a girl's innocent playfulness. It was her, the female boss. Oh, this guy looks so pitiful. Who would have thought? The female boss was actually pretty cute as a kid. It took a while. To calm myself down, I decided to step outside. Just as I was leaving, my favorite braised pork belly was right outside the door. Mom used to make this dish for me all the time. It was also the taste I missed most when I was starving to death on the streets. In the moment the gravy burst in my mouth, I remembered Mom's warm embrace, Dad's thick palms and hearty laughter. Tears streamed down my face. I devoured the bowl of braised pork. Is this guy a pay-to-win player? That guy over there was just being chased by dozens of monsters, barely escaped death, and now he's chilling in the game world? Don't you know? They say this female boss is bloodthirsty and savage. Her favorite thing is to first pen up her prey, then toy with them bit by bit until they die. The barrage messages snapped me awake. Right, this is a horror game instance. Because of that bowl of braised pork, I almost had the terrifying thought of wanting to live here forever. No, I can't keep this up. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Lin Beishan. You saved me. We're friends now. Friends? I think I had a friend once too. Hi, my name is Gu Xingchen. Haha. A kid who hasn't eaten all day has no strength to run. The youth broke free from my right hand, stood there panting. I can't run anymore. Don't worry about me. You go on ahead. Come on, I'll carry you. Aren't we friends? Hurry, no time. Quick. The white-haired youth moved his feet toward me. The monsters were getting closer. Suddenly, the white-haired youth's face turned vicious. He pushed me backward. Ah. Since we're friends, it's not too much to give your life for a friend, right? Gu Xingchen, how can you still trust human nature? The cold expression of uncle and aunt after they took the money and abandoned you. The twisted face under the orphanage director's fake kindness. The disgusted looks from passersby when you begged on the street. Have you forgotten all of this? The monster opened its mouth wide. It seemed ready to swallow me whole. Ah, spare me, my lord. I ran too fast, didn't see clearly, and didn't recognize that you are the boss. The beloved I finally found. Just as I was about to speak, a figure appeared in front of me. His eyes suddenly went wide. The female boss split him in half with her hand, like cutting a watermelon. Black fluid splattered on the wall behind me. The surrounding monsters fled in terror. Remember horror game rule number 1. Never trust anyone. Horror game rule number 2. Every time a monster eats a survivor, it stops chasing for 5 minutes. Save me. I was wrong earlier. Friend, we're friends, right? Save me. I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die. Fine, I'll help you. Help you meet the king of hell sooner. Horror game rule number 3. There are no friends here. Only enemies. That scared me. I almost thought this newbie was an epic level fool who could be tricked twice. What is the female boss doing? This is clearly cheating. As long as the villain is pretty enough, morals follow the face. Shut up, upstairs commenter. Our sister is beautiful and kind. What do you know? Did you not see her tear a durian apart with her bare hands? Why is it blacked out again? What the hell, not again? Are you kidding me? Refund. Long time no see. Gu Xingqian. I'm Gu Wanyue. His face came closer and closer to mine. The air was thick with tension. Wait. Lychee. Thank goodness you're alive. Back then I was still in the orphanage. One day a frail little girl suddenly arrived. That same afternoon, I saw a few other kids surrounding the little girl. Snatch the food from her hand. Give it or we'll beat you to death. Through the gaps, I saw a pair of unforgettable eyes desperate to survive. He clung to the steamed bun in my hand. That bun was his hope after starving for 3 days. The director came. I immediately ran over. The little girl thought I was another bully coming for her bun. She shoved the whole bun into her mouth and choked. I quickly grabbed the clean water I had hidden in my room. Fed it to her bit by bit. She coughed a few times, finally recovered. Don't expect me to thank you. It's okay, as long as you're all right. By the looks of you, you've been hungry for a long time. Eat up, don't be shy. From now on, we're friends. The little girl watched me warily, seeing no reaction, quickly shoved the bun into her mouth, gulped it down. Eat slowly, no one's going to take it. I asked him what his name was. He kept his head down, staring at the ground. I understood immediately. He was a poor soul, just like me. My name is Gu Xingqian. Mom said that even though stars in the sky are tiny, they still shine with their own light to illuminate others. If you gather thousands of stars together, they can light up the whole night sky. Since there's a star, how can there be no moon? From now on, you'll be Gu Wanyue. The stars will always stay by the moon's side. So the moon won't be lonely anymore. The little girl said nothing, but in the days that followed, whenever I turned around, I would see a little shadow following not far behind me. That day, the orphanage director took me to that small, dark room again and abused me. I walked out of the director's office with a bruised face. Gu Wanyue quickly came to support me. Wanyue, living is so tiring. During the day, I try to follow what Mom told me, forcing a bright smile, shining to light up others. But I'm really so tired. I only dare to cry at night when I'm alone. I don't dare to sob out loud, afraid of disturbing others. I really miss Mom and Dad. Do you think if I tear it up, it won't hurt so much? Then can I see Mom and Dad? Gu Wanyue lowered her head, silent. Suddenly, she stood up and rushed toward the director's office. Did that old bastard bully you? Wait here, I'm going to kill him. That was the first time I saw that brutality on his face. That bloodthirsty look. I stopped the raging Gu Wanyue, held her tightly, didn't let her go. That very day, finally understood depending on each other what it means to form a bond. So in this world, there's still someone who cares, someone willing to risk life for me. Tears streamed down my face again, but this time not from pain, but because I felt happiness and beauty. I knew that from then on. I was no longer alone. I had gained a third family member. After that day, Gu Wanyue and I were inseparable in the orphanage. Gu Wanyue is the person in this world who understands me best. She knows I love my mom's braised pork the most. We would fight the bad guys together and plan ways to escape together. On her birthday, I handmade a necklace for her. Inside was a photo of us, two faces beaming with smiles. Life was happy, but there were still many bad people in the orphanage. We decided to find a way to escape this cage. That night, while everyone was asleep, Gu Wanyue and I dug a tunnel in the backyard of the orphanage and slipped out without a sound. Just as we were full of joy, looking forward to a new life. Some human traffickers kidnapped us, scattering us across the country. After that, we never saw each other again. So many years have passed. I've been looking for him. I firmly believe he is still alive. I just never thought, in this way, that I would see him again. The picture finally reappeared. How is that possible? The progress 80% completion. When did this newbie start courting the boss? How did he manage that? I looked at Gu Wanyue through the barrage. The once frail little girl had grown into a pale-skinned beauty, a mature woman with a stunning figure, the fearsome female boss. And I was just a little newbie who'd stumbled in here. Why is he here? And why did he become a game NPC? Before I could think it through, Gu Wanyue took my hand, led me upstairs to that mysterious room, and shoved me onto the bed, braced myself on the bed, backing away step by step. Wanyue, what are you doing? What are you hiding for? Aren't we family? Shouldn't family sleep in the same bed? Who? I've always seen you as a little sister. We can't do this. Big brother. The kind that can do many adult things? Big brother? No. That's not what I meant. Big brother, your mouth says no. But your body is pretty honest, huh? What is this? Incest literature? I can't take it. I'm gonna faint. I'm shipping them so hard. I want a little sister like that too. Where can I get one? This is way more exciting than the novels I read. Brother, do you really need the woman to make the first move? Being watched by so many people kinda makes me uncomfortable. Don't look at us. Let's continue. Oh no. No. Please, give me a chance, okay? I specifically took leave and didn't go to work. And now it's black screen. There goes my 200 bucks. Humph. This newbie, can he even do it? This is the ultimate boss who can tear apart monsters with her bare hands. Her stamina is off the charts. Want to know if he can handle it? Simple. We just have to wait. See how long until the picture comes back. Is this the reason we've been watching a black screen all night? Wait, the picture's back. Achin, do you love me? Dude, snap out of it. In front of you is an epic level super boss. No matter how fun last night was, don't you dare say you love her. After our careful investigation, when the progress bar above this female boss's head reaches 100%, you'll be trapped in the game world forever. Never able to leave. Never able to leave. That's wonderful. I love you, Wanyue. The stars will always stay by the moon's side. After that day, lived shameless in horror dungeon. A life without shame. Others were trembling, dodging monster attacks. While Gu Wanyue and I ate, slept, and turned off the barrage. We looked just like a couple in love. Lovebirds die fast. Don't get cocky. Tomorrow I'm going on a blind date. First of all, I didn't provoke you guys. Secondly, wasn't I just watching a horror live stream? Why am I being dog abused? This friend, have you forgotten that escaping the game alive gets you 100 million? That's 100 million. With that money, what kind of woman couldn't you find? Idiot. I ignored the jealous comments in the barrage. What do they know? In this world, with the ultimate boss by my side, why would I worry about 100 million? Days passed by. Only one day remained until the game ended. He's the only person left alive in the game. Is he really going to stay in the game world forever? Bro, listen to me. Come out first, get the money. And if you really don't want it, you can give it to me. If I had to choose between my lover and 100 million, I'd also choose to be with my lover forever. Love brain is terrifying. Sis, trust me. Only money will never betray you. Actually, I want to say, that female boss's progress bar hasn't reached 100% yet, right? If I remember correctly. It's at 99% now. I actually asked Donghua about that too. Why the progress bar above her head wouldn't jump to 100%. He shook his head, didn't answer me. A faint unease stirred in my heart. I carried some food, walked from the kitchen to our private room. Along the way, the monsters that had been slaughtering everywhere, upon seeing me, bowed in salute. One of the monsters even had the insight to open the door for me. I smiled at him and walked into the room. Honey, let me sleep a little more, just a little. The room was very quiet. Donghua suddenly opened her eyes, a frost that wouldn't melt deep in her gaze. I actually forgot about you, you filthy thing. Come out. I stood at the door, eyes wide. Yellow hair, two stepped out from behind me. A pistol in his hand pressed against my waist, a sinister smile on his face. Lucky I spent a fortune on the black market to buy a revival card. I've been hiding all this time just for today? Ha ha ha. Get your dirty hands off him. Even if I don't take it away, what can you do to me? Heh, if I'm not wrong. According to the game rules, you can't lay a hand on survivors, can you? I've been watching you for days. Apart from killing monsters with your bare hands, you've never touched a survivor. Ha ha ha. And don't you think it's too quiet here? Your monsters, where did they all disappear to? Ha ha ha. In the black market, besides buying a skill card, I also bought a defense card. It can block monsters within a 20 cubic meter space for a full 10 minutes. In that time, I can do a lot of things. Like killing the one you care about most. And then taking the 100 million all for myself. Bang. My pupils dilated. I collapsed to the ground. Blood slowly pooled beneath me. Woo-woo. I finally shipped that CP. Can I buy them a revive card? Resurrect the newbie? Ah, actually, there is a way to bring the newbie back. What way? Hurry and tell me. According to the data, when the boss's conquest progress hits 100%, you can choose to keep the player bonded with the boss in the game world forever, or activate the life sacrifice mode, sacrificing your life to the player you're bonded with, and directly take one player away. But if you do that, the game will end in 5 seconds. Haha, then the couple I ship is still doomed. No, don't. Detected bond value between player and NPC has broken through 0 node. Hidden story triggered. 1. Keep Gu Xingqian in the game world forever. 2. Sacrifice your life to Gu Xingqian. I choose 2. I want to take him away. Boss has activated the sacrifice mode and chooses to take player number 64. Five seconds until game over. No, I don't want this either. Achin, I'm sorry. I can't watch you die in front of me again. While I can do nothing. I know you have a lot of questions, but I'm running out of time. Listen to me first. Achin, stars are luminous bodies. But the moon is not. Even without the moon, stars can still light up the night sky. Thank you for appearing in my life. If you hadn't shown up on that rooftop, I might have lost the courage to live long ago. And those happy times after that would never have happened. Rooftop? What rooftop? Huiyun, what are you talking about? Achun, thank you for giving me a name. Giving me a home. Achun, in the next life, I'll still be your moon. Game over. S-rank horror game. Survivors in instance. 1. Congratulations, host. System has issued 100 million reward. I slowly opened my eyes. Everything around me was white. White ceiling and white walls. White sheets and blankets. Not far away sat a helmet. Mr. Gu. This is the 3,761st time. You have failed again. What do you mean? Failed what? Wanhua? Where's Gu Wanhua? Sir, please don't panic. Since you've been in bed for a long time, your body is still a bit stiff. It'll be fine in a moment. Your wife is now in the ICU. There's no need to worry. Everything is normal. Wife? Who is that? Is it Wanhua? When did Wanhua and I get married? She's in the ICU, and you call that normal? Sir, while your body readjusts, please take a look at this. You'll understand after reading it. I know you're anxious right now and confused. But don't rush. Listen to me slowly. I am Gu Xingchen. What I'm about to tell you is the whole story of you and Gu Wanhua. So, Gu Wanhua was my wife in the real world. This horror game is based on Gu Wanhua's horror mystery novel, adapted into a game. Back then, Gu Wanhua and I were taken by traffickers. After we were separated, I begged everywhere. When I was 15, I escaped from those traffickers and went to the police. We wiped them out. I asked the police about Gu Wanhua. The police told me many children taken by those traffickers, beaten to death. The Gu Wanhua I spoke of was probably in grave danger. Despondent, I walked the streets, watching the crowded sidewalks. I crouched down and burst into tears. I had finally found family, and they were taken from me again. My vision went dark, and I collapsed. Passers-by all steered clear of me, detouring around me. When I opened my eyes again, the sky was full of dark clouds, and a drizzling rain began to fall. Then the rain grew heavier. I went up to the rooftop, intending to jump and end it all. Just as I was about to jump, a hand pulled me back. I turned to look, and it was Gu Wanhua, the person I thought I'd never see again. She told me, after being taken by the traffickers that year, she tried every way to find news of me. She saw news about City Z, a case that wiped out a human trafficking ring. With last hope, came to City Z, but she searched every corner of the city and couldn't find me. Heartbroken, she lost the will to live. She thought of finding any rooftop to end her life, never expecting to see me there, about to jump too. She quickly stopped me. I held Gu Wanhua and cried loudly. I told her everything I'd been through over the years. Having found each other, we decided to give up suicide and leave the rooftop. But a strong wind swept across the sky. A lightning bolt struck. It hit the railing before me. I fell off the rooftop. To save me, Gu Wanhua jumped down with me. Luckily, the police arrived in time and had set up safety measures, and I, struck by lightning, miraculously survived. From that day on, good luck began to follow. We passed by a restaurant. We saw a hiring notice. The owner pitted us and let us work there. Me in the kitchen, learning to cook. Her at the front as a waitress. We no longer wandered. We had a place to settle. Life gradually began to look up. At age 18, I accidentally learned from a lawyer that my legal guardians, my uncle and aunt, had no right to misappropriate the insurance money my parents left. After I turned 18, I had the right to demand they return it. I took the lawyer's complaint and directly sued my uncle and aunt. The insurance money from my parents finally came back to me. I quietly left a sum for the restaurant owner. With the skills we'd learned over the past 3 years, Gu Wanhua and I opened our own restaurant downtown. We named it the Star Moon Cafe. We also bought a house in this cold city. We finally had a home of our own. My mother was a renowned chef in the industry. Relying on the memory of her cooking, I made an improved version of braised pork belly. It won rave reviews from customers. TV stations even scrambled to report on it. Our business was booming. To commemorate the day we were reborn, on the same day we fell from the rooftop the following year, we registered our marriage at the Civil Affairs Bureau. From then on, I ran a restaurant. Gu Wanhua started studying. With his hard work, he finally received a university acceptance letter. Gu Wanhua chose writing. He told me, when his parents were still alive, they loved telling him bedtime stories. The first novel he wrote became an instant hit online. Even a game company contacted us, wanting to use Gu Wanhua's novel as the setting to develop a brand new game. Everything was proceeding smoothly, but the good times didn't last. An accident still came. A group of bandits targeted us on a dark and stormy night. Several masked men raped Gu Wanhua, demanded 100 million in exchange for Gu Wanhua's life, took all savings that Gu Wanhua and I had painstakingly saved over the years, but it was still far from enough. Having no other choice, I borrowed a lot of money from loan sharks. Finally scraped together 100 million and ransomed Gu Wanhua back from the kidnappers. Just as Gu Wanhua and I were embraced, crying tears of joy, I saw the kidnapper raise his gun and pull the trigger in our direction. No, I shielded Gu Wanhua behind me. Achun, you can't die. You can't leave me alone. I raised my hand to wipe the tears from her eyes, but the tears only fell faster. I'm sorry, Star can't stay with the moon anymore. Even without me. You must live on. Don't move, you'll be okay. I won't let anything happen to you. After 72 hours of rescue. Luckily, I didn't die completely. Almost same as dead. The bullet passed through my brain. Though it didn't kill me, it caused brain tissue damage. I became a vegetable, spending the rest of my life lying in bed. Gu Wanyue, through the ICU glass, looked at me still breathing, tears streaming down her face. Gu Wanyue went home to get toiletries and found the IOUs I left on the coffee table, a divorce agreement, and a statement disassociating from Miss Gu Wanyue. The statement declared that the loan shark debt had nothing to do with Miss Gu Wanyue. It was my personal act after divorce and an insurance policy purchased long ago. The beneficiary was Gu Wanyue. In the days that followed, Gu Wanyue came daily to care for me. Every day she told me about everything we had been through together, hoping to wake me up. The game developed jointly by Gu Wanyue and the game company was very popular among players. That day, the game development team told her that there was a new project with the medical school that had achieved a major breakthrough. As long as the patient wears the game helmet, connecting the patient's brain nerves to the game world. Through stimulation from the game world, it might be possible to wake a sleeping vegetable if the patient wants to wake him up. There must be a person with the deepest bond to enter the game world, find the patient's memories, and let the patient recall bit by bit everything from real life and ensure the memory core is not damaged. Only then is there a chance to wake him. Moreover, in the game world, he has no memories of the real world. Need for the person bonded to the patient to slowly awaken him. Say no more. I'll go, no matter the cost. I will wake a chin up. Don't worry, to ensure your safety. We will set you as a game NPC, giving you maximum authority and freedom. But you cannot attack other players. You can command the monsters in the game world at will. So you can find your husband in the game world. However, since the technology is not yet mature, you must remember one thing. If you die in the game world, you may be in danger of dying in real life. Achun, wait for me. I will definitely find you. Huh. Later, Wanwei really woke me up, but she herself fell into a permanent coma. Her vital signs were extremely weak, but miraculously, they did not disappear. She lay there quietly, her face pale as paper, connected to various life support machines. The game company and tech team were at their wits' end. After her consciousness dissipated in the game world, it could not reassemble. She fell into a deeper coma. This was different from when I became a vegetable. Gu Wanyuez was a loss at the level of consciousness. Why can't I keep all the people I love? Why must I be alone? Living in this world? I found the game designers. Begged them to help. You could wake me, a vegetable, with the game. Can you use the same method to bring Wanyue back? Mr. Gu, even if you hadn't come to see me today, we would have come to you. Based on our investigation over the past few days, we found some anomalies. What anomalies? Since Miss Gu chose to self-destruct, the game world collapsed. We repaired it and discovered Miss Gu's memory core might still exist within the game world. Then can I go and bring her back? In theory, yes. But you need to go through the same story scenario again. If you can change the outcome of Miss Gu's sacrifice, maybe Miss Gu can also wake up. However, since you'll be experiencing the same ending again, as soon as you enter the game world, you will lose all your memories. As for how you, with amnesia, can awaken Miss Gu, we cannot help you either. Sir, this is already your 3,761st attempt to wake up your wife. Do you still want to try? As long as there's a chance, I'll keep trying. This is the 10th year of my attempts. But I've still failed. Wanyu, I'm back. I won't give up. Open your eyes and look at me. In my mind, flash countless scenes from our past together. When we were 6 in the orphanage. When I turned around, I could see Gu Wanyuan not far away. Don't misunderstand. I'm only repaying you for saving me that day, following you to protect you. It's not to be friends with you. At 9, we escaped from the orphanage together. We're caught by human traffickers. At the moment, we were forced apart. He held my hand tightly. At 15, he pulled me back from the edge of the rooftop. I hugged him and sobbed. He gently stroked my back. At 18, at New Moon Cafe, he stood at the front desk, stood in back kitchen, looked through glass, laughing like fools. I personally put the ring on Wanyue's finger. The vow at that moment. The stars will always stay by the moon's side. End of memory. I look at the ring on Wanyue's right ring finger. Wanyue, wait for me a little longer. I will definitely bring you back.